Hello, you got it locked in your chilling with your girl here, Tasha T, bringing you another episode of How to Shine Your Light. How to Shine Your Light is brought to you by Light Communications. We still talking about debunking, BS, social media, or in person in your everyday life. And another one I wanted to jump on here and talk about too is the myth that when you're through with a relationship, that person is supposed to be your enemy. A lot of things happening because of that negative evil mentality that many of us have. How could you be in a relationship with a person, share your life, share your body, share your essence with that person, and then because of circumstances, you break up and you have to go your separate ways. All of a sudden, no, because you don't have any access to that person anymore, that person is your arch enemy. That person, you know, deserves vile things happening to them just because they're not with you, just because you may or may not have gotten your heart broken. Man up, woman up. That's the first person to break your heart. And because that person break your heart, now you just close off yourself to the possibility of love matching what you had, or even aspiring for a greater love. Is that what we're doing? Do you know that your words have power? So when you say, oh, I'll never love somebody else again, or I'll never, you cursing yourself. You are cursing yourself. It was never true love if after you broke up with them, you hate them. No, I'm not saying that depending on the nature of the breakup that you might not be hurt. That, you might be sad or angry at the situation, traumatized even. That could happen, right? But what I'm saying is, if after you calm down, or after you reflect, and after you garnered your lessons learned from your situation, that know what you have is evil and contempt and hatred for that person that you had claimed to love, then that is a candle reflecting to you that it was never true love that you experienced with that person. Because if you had true love with that person, you wouldn't have those types of negative feelings or intentions for them, no matter what. And I am a testament to this. I know that, Paul saying, oh, that's my ex, and, they don't have one good thing to say about the ex, and I've always, anybody I've been with and I break up with them, I've never harbored those type of feelings for them, despite the situation, despite what may or may not have happened, across the relationships that I've been in. And I always say to myself, how could you hate somebody you once claimed to love? And then, in my studies and coming across, I actually found some sort of text to vibrate with what I was feeling, that what I concluded to myself all these years is that you cannot have felt true love for someone and then turn around in the same breath and have hate, have evil, have contempt for them. You can't do it, even in your anger. So if you feel that, after you and somebody break up and you have these feelings, it was never truly love. So you have to know that as a person getting out of a relationship, you have to, watch your actions. Always watch the actions of people, source their energy, source their vibes. People could say, but you could see. They could say, because people lie, but you could see. And what is it? Let their fruits show them or show you who they are. And when you see who they are, you deal accordingly. So don't think and don't get into this BS, thinking that because you in a relationship with somebody, you have to be their enemy. You have to hate them. Some of my ex and me and them, they still cool. Those are my friends. I know if today, tomorrow, I could call on them, they could call on me. Even for those who got style, or who want to pretend like they hate, and maybe they do because maybe it wasn't true love for them, and that still don't have no bearing on how I feel or how I deal with things. You understand? So my exes, I have no ill will towards any of them. And that is a place when you could say that. And I have love for some of them. And I like some of them. But at the end of the day, if I once said I love you, I could never say I hate you. But that's just me innately. And I'm a loving person, a loving being. So I carry a lot of love for a lot of people. And when you carry that love and when you show that love will be returned to you 100-fold. So move with love and positivity. Learn lessons from relationships. Do not close yourself off to the possibility of other relationships and elevating more. If you do not learn from your past and your experiences, you will be continuously reliving the same experience with different people. Okay, so you have to learn and grow to move on. So don't cop out and use hatred to remain stagnant or up to oppress yourself. You understand? But use lessons learned to grow, to mature, and to put forth fruit, positive fruit in your life that will attract you, that will make you attractive to the right people. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. So always remember that. You had a lot, and you've been chilling with your girl here, Tasha T, bringing you another episode of How to Shine Your Light. How to Shine Your Light is brought to you by Light Communications. If you feel inclined, share. If not, it's okay. If you're edified in some way, I'm happy for you. And continue to move with positivity in your life. And don't forget Light Communications for all of your public relations and communications needs. Hit me up, Natasha at lightcommunications.com. Have a wonderful day.